This week on The Modified World, we're going to be talking about cartilage stretching, so stay tuned. Welcome to The Modified World, a weekly web show about body modification, the people who do it, the people who get it, and why it matters. I'm your host. I'm the senior piercer at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing, beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan, purveyor of internet wackiness that people have grown to love and accept. That's right, I am J.C. Potts. And this week, we're going to be talking a little bit about cartilage stretching, how to get big holes in your stuff. So, stretching cartilage is about like stretching anything else. Slow, small increments. It's pretty simple, actually. You put in jewelry that fits somewhat tight, wait for it to get loose, and then put in a tiny increment bigger, wait for it to get loose, and then repeat. Problem is, though, with cartilage, you can't really stretch that much. Ears and any other soft tissue, navels, nipples, lips, any of that stuff, you can stretch a lot easier. And there's often not much of a point that you have to stop at. You know, it's mostly just, up to your own taste and budget. But with cartilage, there most certainly is a limit, and it's pretty fast. I don't like to see people stretching their cartilage more than about 1 millimeter or maybe 2. And even the 2 millimeter, like going up 2 millimeters, I would expect to take multiple years to get to that point. Seriously. When I have seen people that have stretched their cartilage piercings up to, more than 2 millimeters larger than the original size it was pierced at, there's a point, and it's, like I said, it varies on everybody, that you'll start to see migration, scarring. You can crack the cartilage underneath the skin and scar underneath the skin, giving you a condition known as cauliflower ear or boxer's ear. And just perpetual soreness, like not being pleasant to live with or anything like that. So, the solution for that is to punch that guy. Doing a large gauge initial piercing with biopsy punches, great thing. Of course, it can only be done up to a certain size on certain people. You might want to have a 7 millimeter hole in your conch. Your anatomy, though, might dictate otherwise. Say you have a small bowl to the back of your ear, or a bunch of really tight, large blood vessels. That might dictate going at a smaller size, say 5 millimeter, to avoid problems with the curve of the ear or something along that line. If that's the case, then my suggestion would be to pierce it at a certain size, and then if you wanted it a little bit larger, over the course of a few years, sure, gradually stretch it up. For instance, Josh Campbell has a client that wants to have a eyelet in his forward helix, maybe 8 or 6 gauge, and he has the space in the room for, some of that. We're not exactly sure. Once again, body's going to dictate what exactly happens here. But Josh started him out a year ago with a 2 millimeter punch. We didn't get footage of that, but we did get footage of the stretching it up to 10 gauge, 2.5 millimeter.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna pull this in. Awesome. Now, whenever you're ready, just give me a nice, strong, deep breath in and exhale. You okay?
Oh yeah.
Did you feel much?
No. Dude, just felt your fingers.
That's how stretching's supposed to go.
Nice. So what is the clasp on the bag? Is it?
It's a 4 mil disc.
It's fixed. It's on there ridiculously tight.
Nice.
And this piece actually sits nice and flush too.
Okay.
Let's turn it to the side. I'm gonna screw on this piece here.
No, this thing's so beyond healed. It's like we did it more than a year ago.
So, it's just shy of a year, I think.
And as you might imagine, it was super smooth. He punched it, let it heal, let it completely stabilize, and then using sterile tools and sterile jewelry, implant grade, mirror finished stuff, just gently slid it in there without any kind of pain. Pain is your body's way of saying that you're probably doing something wrong. Stretching should never hurt. If it does, you're doing something bad. Going too fast, going too large. And that's a bit of a problem because cartilage, well, once again, it's hard tissue. And if it breaks, then you wind up having problems. You get that knitting together with scar tissue underneath the skin. I think Sampa said it best.
I've seen piece of cartilage next to the piercing hole when you do the piercing with the pebble needle. It hasn't take the piece of cartilage off, so it's just a kind of under the skin, between the cartilage and skin,
That's
causing lots of problems.
That's exactly what happened to my conch piercing,
Yeah.
my own personal one that I got 18 years ago. You can feel the cartilage in there and it hurts. I can't even wear 18 gauge jewelry in it and it not hurt.
And when it's about dermal punch hole, the cartilage is not damaged unless people been stretching after punching. But normally there's no any damage in the cartilage. And stretching cartilage is the same like try to stretch a concrete wall.
So the takeaway from all this, the too long didn't read version, is to be patient. Plan what you want, and of course get with a proven, experienced professional to help consult, be able to figure out exactly what your body can do. And of course, don't worry about being bigger than the next guy. This is about personal expression. It's not a competition. So, well, that was my show this week. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Perhaps remotely entertained. You know I love to hear from you guys, so hit me up, call the shop, send me a message, send me an email. And of course, be sure to stop back by next week. We'll have another episode of The Modified World.
What?